Wanna touchdown in your end zone. You got a reputation in the streets, saying so fine but a cold heart. She leave you shaking while you're in the streets. Not playing, heard you looking for a fella.
Kia ora. Welcome to the next episode of the Slant podcast. With me I have, as he might claim, the golden boy of NZ fantasy football, Steve V. Tell him about it.
On the sexual impact, as per the female views, it just went up. Uncle Jordan got a semi. Tom Day looped it just to hear me talking again. This is what a normal accent sounds like. This is what a good voice sounds like. Tom Day's learning from the best. I'm 8-3. I lost this week. Don't really want to talk fantasy, but here we are.
Okay, that makes sense. Bit of a review on our last week's episode. In terms of our start sits, I think Tom got about 10 out of 15. Sam and I went 9 out of 15. So I think that leaves me at 21 out of 31. And Sam,
bro, you don't do it overall. You do it
yeah,
week by
no,
week.
we're doing overall when I'm winning. So Sam's
That's
15
dusty.
out of 31. So
So he
fade Sam's ass. Yeah. Anyway,
I
so
got the
that's
same score as Matt last week, so that's all good. I'm taller than Matt too. You can't trust a man under 6 foot.
you're under 6 foot.
I'm not, I'm 6'1".
No, you're not. Tom and I's starts were pretty dust. Kirk outsaw Ken Allen. This is why we leave the hot take of the week to Sam, because that was a shit call. My Myers call wasn't any better. Both pretty dust. Our sits, Noah Fan, also dust. He got 8 points, and my Robert Woods call to sit was also pretty dust. He had like 15 receptions or 100 yards or some shit. So yeah, hot take of the week. How'd that go, Sam?
If you sat Deontay Johnson, you probably won your matchup. So
Yeah, if you can afford to sit Deontay Johnson when he's scoring 16 every week, you probably are winning your matchups. Our fantasy bang, Kansas City versus Vegas. I think there's quite a few points in that game. There was about, I think the overs cashed in heaps. It was like 8 or 9 touchdowns. So
I don't
what
know.
can
I
you say?
don't remember it.
But yeah, it was a pretty high scoring game. So worked well.
That's
for
not my
everyone.
ground. Chop. Let's go.
In terms of start sits this week, right? Wentz versus Seattle or Baker versus Jacksonville?
But Baker Mayfield,
That's so yuck.
just off instinct.
Yeah, I am going to go. Fuck, this is so ugly. Maybe Wentz versus Seattle, and everyone knows that I am the world's worst, or the most. I have the most hate out of anyone for Carson Wentz. So, yeah, I'll back him versus Seattle because Seattle D sucks. But I think Baker's going to get any passing touchdowns. Just going to run the hell out of that ball there. So, Wentz, I think, is going to have to throw more. So, more likely to score TDs. Daniel Jones versus Cincinnati or Phillip Rivers versus Tennessee?
Phillip Rivers, hot take. I think the emergence of Michael Pittman. Cap, scratch that. Daniel Jones rushing upside.
Yeah, I'm for the exact same reason. I'm going Daniel Jones for rushing upside. He could rush TD, but I think I'd probably take him anyway. In terms of, those are our streamers and quarterbacks. In terms of our running backs, we've got Samaje Perine. Now, this is a guy that we think might be playing this week. By the time this video comes out, you might know or might not know. But there was rumours coming out that Gio Bernard didn't practice because of concussions. So if he's not practicing on Thursday our time before a concussion, he could well not end up playing this week, which would mean that Samaje Perine probably would step up to be that guy. And as you all know, LaMarco Perine out for 3 or 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. So Samaje Perine versus the Giants or Frank Gore versus Miami?
Frank Gore, he played well last week. I think he got a touchdown.
If Samaje Perine starts, I'm taking him against the Giants over Gore versus Miami. But I think that they could easily both score 4 points, to be perfectly honest. Sam's favourite guy, Darrell Henderson or Cam Akers, both going up against San Fran.
Akers got that touchdown. It was a pity tutty though. They all look terrible against Tampa. Hendo, I'm going to go with Hendo.
Hendo's the most likely to get the volume, guaranteed. However, Akers, it kind of looks like he's about to start taking over that role.
Yes.
I think he might be nearly ready to take the reins, and if that's this week, then I want him. Until then, you might have to go Hendo, but Akers is coming, so if you're a Hendo owner and Akers on your waivers, go pick him up just in case he ends up taking over that role.
Yes.
Le'Veon Bell versus Tampa or James White versus Arizona.
Oh, that's both disgusting. I don't want to talk about this, but I think maybe James White, because he had a good game last week. And I think Burkhead's injured quite badly. He looked like he died. So he's going to get some pill.
Yeah, I think I'd take James White there because I think that Patriots might end up chasing some points, in which case I kind of want a pass catching back in James White. So I'm going to take James White there purely because of the matchup. And Le'Veon Bell, I mean, I don't want him until he's the guy there, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. So, yeah. On to wide receivers. Zach Pascal versus Tennessee or Rashad Perryman versus Miami.
Rashad Perriman. I don't want to talk about this.
Yep, I take Perriman, the volume, especially against a bad running back like that. So give me Perriman. He got like 12, 13 points last week. We backed him last week. Go again. Cole Beasley versus the Chargers or Patrick versus New Orleans.
Tim Patrick, because Denver won't be able to run the ball, so they have to throw.
Yeah, I think I'd go the same there in Patrick against New Orleans. But I love the Bees, and everyone always underrates him, and he keeps pushing out 8 to 10 points each week. So we've got to be careful there. Next one, Ruggs versus Atlanta, or Sammy Watkins, if he plays, versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ruggs, because the Atlanta secondary sucks, and there's a lot of mouths to feed. So I think Ruggs might have a big play, and that will be the only reason he beats Watkins, because Watkins will have more targets.
Yep, I think I agree with a lot of that. Literally just a matchup thing here where if you need a flex guy and need someone to get 15, 20 points, Ruggs has the highest upside purely because Atlanta D sucks. Tight end.
He could also get you 0. So
yeah, 100%. So be prepared for that. Tight end, Jared Cook versus Denver or Eric Ebron versus Baltimore.
I'm going to go with Jared Cook because Baltimore's defense is pretty good.
I'm going to go Ebron because I think he's better than Jared Cook, and I'm not sure there's enough throwing offense there to support more than Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. So give me Ebron. Dalton Schultz versus Washington or Robert Tonyan versus Chicago.
This is ugly all around. I don't even want to waste breath on it. Tonyan.
Tonyan versus Chicago. He's the highest upside. I'm kind of going sharp. I think Dalton Schultz might be the safe option because of the offense. But yeah, give me Tonyan because I think he might score a tutty this week. I think he might break the Chicago offense in the middle of the defense in the middle of the field because I think their corners and linebackers will lock down as much as they can some of those receivers and running backs. So I think Tonyan might be in for a day and a half. Flex, Lat Murray or AJ Green.
Lat Murray.
Give me AJ Green. I'm going sharp here. I know Joe Burrow went down. Lat Murray seems too safe. I think AJ Green might be starting to find his groove, and they're going up against the Giants. So, AJ Green to score a tutty and 45 yards. Book it. Chase Edmonds or Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel.
Yuck. Give me Edmonds here. Yeah. I think he's still kind of relevant. Sam mentioned it last week that Drake's back, but I think Edmonds still has relevance, and I didn't really believe it last week, but I think he might still have relevance now, and I'm just waiting for Samuel to have a down week, so surely eventually I'll be right this 1 week.
It was last week he did, and he picked it back up this week.
Yeah.
So,
He's going to have a shit week, so that's what it is. Devin Singletary versus LA Chargers or Emmanuel Sanders versus Denver.
Singletary. I don't know, Singletary trash, but so is Sanders. Sanders going to get you like 3 points. Singletary going to get you like 5. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Give me Sanders versus Denver. Just because I don't trust Singletary at all. Not one bit. So give me Sanders versus Denver. Antonio Brown versus Kansas City or Nelson Aguilar versus Atlanta.
Aguilar. played pretty good last week.
Yeah, we talked about, I think we can kind of start trusting Aguilar when he's got a bit of confidence in him. So, and as we mentioned just before, Atlanta defense sucks. I don't know if Antonio Brown's obviously the most talented receiver out of the two, but I think Aguilar's going to get the better opportunities and more of
There's a lot of mouths to feed in
Yeah.
Tampa, so there's like 6. So, nah, can't go with Brown.
Question then, who do you think is the best fantasy option in their offense?
Mike Evans, because he's going to score a tutty every week, and he's going to do not much else aside from that. And then Godwin, and then... No, I'll go Mike Evans, Rojo, Godwin, Fournette.
Cap.
The rest.
Cap.
The rest.
Agree on Evans. I don't know why everyone thought that Evans was going to all of a sudden take a back seat because Antonio Brown got signed. Evans is the larger receiver there. I actually think he's so much better than everyone else thinks. And everyone's like, Godwin. I think Evans is the best receiver on that team. I think Godwin is the fastest, and that's the difference.
So I didn't cap at all. I said Evans will be my
No,
one.
I think Evans is 1. I think Rojo's 2.
That's what I said.
I think Godwin is 3rd.
Again, I said
There
that.
is no way Fournette is even close. Give me
Oh, no, I said
Gronk.
Fournette over
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Give me Gronk, and then give me AB, and then give me Tom Brady, and then give me anyone else,
No, you
and
want
then
Rojo.
give me
Hot take.
Fournette.
No.
Yeah, dead last. Not even close.
He might even steal the job next week.
Next thing is our start of the week. My start of the week this week. Jamison Crowder, big fan. Start him up this Miami. Peppered with targets. I think he gets a tutty this week.
Donald's back.
Yep. Book it. Crowder's going to get peppered and he's going to get some points. I think he's my start of the week this week. My set of the week is Singletary. I don't see him doing anything this week. Going up against the Chargers, that D-line's all good. The linebackers are aight. I don't think there's going to be enough points RB-wise for him to have a game. I think Moss might be looking to take over that job. I think Diggs will bang. I think Brown, if he plays, might have a game. I think Beasley might go all right. I just think Singletary's a kind of non-event now, so I think you can really, really sit him quite confidently moving forward.
We're not back. Fantasy orgy of the week. Vikings, Panthers. Here's why. This game's going to be looser than Tom Dare's asshole, right? And Pataya's mouth.
You got a pretty loose mouth.
Shut up. Vikings, passing game, sexy. The defense, shit. Carolina, passing game, sexy. Mike Davis, average. Defense, trash. Makes sense.
Yes, I don't think any of that made sense, but defenses are trash and points will be scored.
Is Walker starting in or is Teddy B's back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moore will get some points.
Cook will get some points, you reckon, as per?
30.
Yeah.
He's going for 30. Actually, no, he's pissed off after last week.
40.
40.
Oh, that's a big
He's
bang.
going to get 40 points.
Yeah. Jefferson, bangs.
Yeah, he's going to get about 16, 17. I guess that counts as a bang. Thielen going to have a down week. It's my prediction. He's going to get about 8 to 10 points. So he still get yards.
That's nice.
He's going to miss the tug.
That's right. And you think Mike Davis might get a few points and maybe Anderson will
get a
score?
tutty. Nah, Bobby Anderson going to be quiet. He's going to get like 6 points. Davis going to get like 12 to 15 range.
But Samuel's going to bang and then DJ Moore, you reckon?
DJ Moore will get a tug. That's cap. Curtis Samuel will get a tug. DJ Moore will get yardage.
Good call. Yeah, I like that. That's a good bang, though. That's a nice bang. A few tutties in there.
Right.
Some good yardage. Good bang.
Right.
That brings us on to the hot take of the week. So, for anyone that's just tuning in, Sam's called DJ Deontay Johnson to score 0 points the last 2 weeks. And if you're a Deontay Johnson fan, you've been a huge fan of Sam's calls because they've been fucking shitouts and DJ's been banging. So, this week, what good have you found us for a hot take?
Here's the thing. I haven't got it right? But here's the thing. If you make a bet twice and it doesn't work, triple down, don't give up, hedge your bets. Deontay Johnson's going for 0 points and he might even tear an ACL.
Yep, we don't wish injuries on anyone, but Deontay Johnson for 0 points.
No, but I heard his knee isn't feeling that good at the moment.
Okay. Well, eventually you're gonna get paid out. As we've mentioned on this podcast every time, double down, and go harder. So
yeah, up, down.
Up,
Triple.
down.
Triple on that.
And you come around. That's the one. So yes, book it. DJ for 0 points.
Let's go.
Anyway, last segment on the podcast is Matt's shit tips. We went, well, and on Friday or before the late slate games, I was 2 from 2. I was feeling fucking hot, I tell you what. And it all started when I had Packers plus 1.5 and they took 4 to his purposes. They should have won that matchup by 15 points. They were ahead the whole time. Colts were fucking out of the heat, and they just capitulated and choked, and it made me on tilt. And obviously, the rest of the games went shit out. And Tampa, to be honest, the Tampa Bay might have been bad, and definitely I'll cop the Cowboys unders. Shit cool, but yeah, we're going 2-2, and I feel dark because Packers should have got up. But ended 2-3, which brings us to 4-5 so far. So I've got a stack of best bets coming up this week so that we can get hot again. Firstly, we've got Kansas City versus Tampa Bay Bucks under 56. This line is pretty much inflated because they're two awesome offenses. This is purely a sharp call. And everyone's going to go, overs, all these good players. This is purely because the Vegas knows what they're doing, and I think this could be a tough, important matchup where the Ds might actually show up. I think they're going to slow it down. It's going to be a possession game, and we might see a few field goals. I'm taking the under there purely to be sharp. That's it, nothing else. Another one is Chicago Bears field goals over 1.5. The offense sucks. I think they're going to try bang them from everywhere to just try to get points on the board. Divisional game, field goals will be aplenty. So book the overs there over 1.5. Next two are in the Seattle game. I've got Seattle -5. Carson's back. Eagles suck dick on defense. They're just going to run the hell out of the ball and then throw it. And then that brings me to my second best bet in that game. Is Seattle Seahawks to score the longest touchdown of the game.
Yes, they will.
Metcalf, 85-yard tutty, surely.
72.
72, book it, happens. I think that's a great bet, and it's $1.70. So it is less than the $1.80 line, but I think that's fucking value because I think they've got far more big playability than the Eagles do.
Correct.
Next one is Jacksonville Jaguars under 20.5 points with the mechanical. So we're taking under 20 on one and then exactly 20 on the other. Going up against the Browns. It's I think they've got quarterback problems. I don't know what they're doing. I think with the Browns as well. Browns are going to fucking run the ball and they're going to take time off the clock, not allowing the Jags to score. Only way I see Jags going overs here if they get some 65-yard tutty, which could happen, but I'm going to bet that it's not.
Yes.
Well, you know what we say. Doesn't work. Go harder. Go harder. And?
It's playoff time. So if you don't win, you suck. If you're getting relegated, shame on you. And if you're in the top 3 of your league, you're probably a good bloke. Here's the thing. Your missus, she likes me. So you should like me as well. Jake Spurtle, shout outs to you, man. You don't want to trade with me anymore. You called me out the other day. But you have a crush on me, man. So shout outs to you, bro. You're blessed. You know who the best is.
Speaking of trades, we did see a blockbuster trade go down in Division 6. This is Robbie Anderson, Alvin Kamara, and Chris Godwin for Stephon Diggs, Chris Carson, DeAndre Swift. Where are you sitting on this trade?
Yo, controversial. I might actually sit on the Troy division side of it. I know AK is crazy, but you're getting an RB1, low-end RB1 in Carson. You're getting an RB2 in Swift, and you're getting a wide receiver 1 in Diggs. In comparison to Godwin, who is a wide receiver 2 in terms of production this season, Anderson, who was a 1, now is a 2 or even a flex, and Kamara, who's undoubtedly a number 1. But might be an unpopular opinion. I might actually go off the Troy division side of the fence here. I was completely agreed. Like I feel like it's a sharp side, but both of us agree here. The star line, the star power in the names are on the Alvin Kamara, Godwin, Anderson side. Matchup wise, later on going the season, give me Carson, Swift, and Diggs because I think that they have the higher upside. I think Kamara,
I don't know. There's a few questions. I think he'll be fine. I'm not selling him. I think he's going to be fine. But Anderson and Godwin, I'm just not a huge fan of long term. I think Swift could end up being like a high end RB2 there.
Yeah,
especially with their matchups down the track. And Diggs, Diggs is Diggs, and he's absolutely balling. So, Sam doesn't have like Tourette's. He's just reading his Instagram messages for those wondering why he's just.
I got ticks and shit anyway with this.
But anyway, that's on that trade. Good luck with your matchups this week. Go nuts. Deontay Johnson, how many points?
0, nothing.
Book it. Good night.